Hello everybody, welcome to our Bat Boy Kickstarter launch stream. Thank you for coming, we're all very excited. We have lots to show you today. The Kickstarter will go live very shortly, and I hope everybody enjoys what we have in store. We're going to be going through the campaign page a little bit later. We've got a little look at the trailer again that we just showed you, and we'll show you a bit more of the rewards and stuff. So, first off, introductions. Obviously, my name is Adam Bolton. I'm the PR and marketing guy for X Plus Games. To my immediate left, we have...
Hello, my name is Sina from X Plus. I'm the designer and the art director for Bat Boy.
And remotely communicating by the power of digital technology, we have...
Hello, my name is Sergio Mata from Sonsai Games. I am the game designer and programmer of Bat Boy.
Okay, so in just a few short moments, the Kickstarter will go live, but in the meantime, like I said, we're going to be going through the campaign. We'll be checking out the trailer, which will be coming up. The trailer will also go live on YouTube and our Steam page when it comes like 4 o'clock or exactly midnight on July 13th PDT. Okay, so let's give a look at that trailer one more time. Lots of cool stuff. So, what do we have here, Sina?
Can I talk as we watch it? All right. So here as you can see, this is the first around 15 seconds of the trailer, the anime trailer. We worked on with a very great artist, a great animator, Debbie Ekberg. She was really professional, she was really quick, she was really great to work with. She has worked on, she's been the director,
Forgotten Anne.
The lead animator for Forgotten Anne. Yeah.
So what else? Oh, so we've got some a little bit of boss encounters there, right?
Right. The bosses, we probably are going to talk about.
Yeah, we'll talk a bit more about them later on.
The introduction.
Just kind of overall
gameplay mechanics. Right.
Look at the just like the layouts of the levels. Lots of exciting stuff. Lots of cool mechanics going on. It looks. It's like.
We have had this trailer, this part, the gameplay trailer, previously maybe 2 weeks ago, also improved on Steam. And now for the Kickstarter, we combined everything we had and showed like an extended version.
Excellent.
The director's cut here.
And we've got some nice,
at the end we have this
key art there.
splash art, and that has been done by our good friend Tico, a great artist also.
Very talented.
Yeah, he worked on all the characters, like 12 different characters are showcased in that image, as well as the villain, Lord Vicious.
Villain, the big bad guy.
So that's our new presentation of Bat Boy.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, we've got a lot of cool stuff since both since the last trailer came out and the last playable demo, so we'll talk about the demo a bit later on. Okay, so speaking of the demo,
right?
We now have, once the Kickstarter goes live, the demo will actually be available on our Steam page. We have a brand new Kickstarter demo, lots of cool, neat little extra things added there. What can you tell me about the Kickstarter exclusive demo we have?
Yes, the demo has gone live just I think now, and it's available for free for everyone to play. So we have had a demo previously.
Yeah, the first two was just like 2 stages, right?
2 stages, correct. We added a lot more extras to this. I think we have like a big chunk of vertical slice of the game presented. We have added a new stage.
Yeah.
That means a new boss fight.
New stage, new boss.
New ability, that you can obtain from defeating bosses. And there are 2 stores.
2 stores.
To the game, yes, where And we also have the overworld map, right? Where you can have like a bigger scope of what the world of the game is.
Yeah.
And there's a lot, like you can see like how much potential the game has.
It's like the first demo was literally just like one stage after another. It was not rough. It was early on, but still kind of a lot of features.
It was just to present what the mechanics of the action part of the game is. Just it was very focused, but this time is actually like more of a game environment, the atmosphere to present it.
It's kind of what you can expect. In the
players
kind
exactly. We have added the Groovy House, which is like a tavern. Like you can the community look at the community and get it.
Yeah. So Sergio, you actually you've been working pretty tirelessly on getting this demo ready for Kickstarter. What other features have we maybe missed out on?
Well, I think you pretty much covered the whole thing. This demo is going to give you a pretty good overview of what the game is all about. So by playing the demo, it will be more or less like playing the actual game, but it will end much earlier, of course. But more or less, this is the kind of vibe we are going for. So when you play the demo, you really see what we intended to be the game. Yeah.
So Sina actually mentioned about new skills becoming available, but there's one thing that we added to the new demo in between each stage. What can you tell me about that?
Yeah, exactly. So I think in the previous demo you only had one additional skill you unlocked, but now we have another one. Not only that, we also have new areas just after you get the skill, so you can practice it and learn how it works. So it's not like a boring tutorial with text boxes or anything like that. It's actually a training area where you can actually practice all the movements you can do with the new skills you get.
Yeah, and they're not like just kind of straightforward press a button things happen. There's a lot more kind of like versatility to things, right?
Yeah, so basically you are given a basic guideline like, okay, try to reach that place, and it's really up to you. The game tells you where is the button, what button you should press for the new skill to take place, and then it is up to you to figure out how to do it.
It's nice. As everybody can see, we're actually doing we're showing a bit of a pre-recorded kind of gameplay of the new demo.
It's not me, you know.
Yeah. I mean, we could say, we're using our psychic powers, but no, it's actually I did see Batboy die a few times. That could have been me. But yeah, this is just the very first stage. This is actually mostly identical to what was available for the first demo, right? With a few additions.
Yes. I mean, we have gotten feedback from the players. Ever since the initial demo that we had, and we have updated. So if people remember, those who have played the previous demo, you can tell, okay, there are some stuff that have been relocated.
Yeah.
But yeah, more or less the first look.
As this is also the Kickstarter demo, right? We've got a few kind of nice little friendly nudges.
Yeah. I mean, there are those. Yeah, I know what you're referring to. Like, there are
little things I'm sure. Yeah.
Here and there, it's like just to add some flavor to it.
So, actually, I'm just noticing right here, one of I guess, key characteristics of Batboy, who is a boy who with a baseball bat, is the flesh.
It is.
So actually, Sergio, what can you tell me about this?
Well, so if we go back a little bit, the last game I worked on was 3D, so I knew I wanted to make the next one 2D, but I still wanted to focus a lot in mobility. So the first idea was actually a ninja. It was not even a guy with a baseball player. But then I thought I wanted some kind of like a parry kind of mechanic. So in the end, I went for this, and maybe we can expand later on where actually the character Batboy comes from. But basically, Batboy is a middle school student from Japan, and he is very good at baseball. He's the captain of his team, but he also happens to be in secret a superhero. So during the day, he goes to school, and at night he fights crime, kind of character, right? So he's I don't know if you want me to go into the story of the game. No, that is kind of connected.
We can touch on that a bit later on.
Okay.
I guess.
So yeah, but just to close about Bad Boy. Bad Boy is his real name is Ryosuke, and he's basically a middle school student that wants to do some good for the world.
Yes. So I assume we've got a bit of a boss fight happening right now. This is the first one, yeah. So, without going into too much detail, who is Bat Boy fighting right now? I guess yes.
Yes, I will talk about that. His name is Azeroth. Yes, it's like a mysterious character in the game. He appears in the first stage, and you pretty much don't know anything about him, but he is a henchman for the main boss, so he's kind of trying to stop Bat Boy throughout the story.
Trying to think of he's not Shredder, but he's the one down from Shredder, I guess.
Yeah, kind of. It's you're right. I think when I was like working on it, he has some Shredder vibe, and I think in that sense, kind of if you dive into the story, maybe Shredder was working with someone.
Actually, so I mentioned Sergio mentioned we had a bit of a tutorial mechanic. I think we're just about to
this is the added to this demo.
Yeah. So this was for the Kickstarter, just to give everybody, I guess, a kind of an easier into how it works, I suppose. So
I think we can explain this skill. It was already in the previous demo. So this is one of the main skills in the game, and the game is just teaching you how to do it by just placing different trials for you to practice. And Garo, your sidekick, is giving you some tips, but it's not telling you exactly how to resolve or how to do it. It's just telling you how it works, basically, what the skill is all about, and then it is up to you to find the best way to use it to clear each one of those trials.
Nice.
If I am to add something to that, I really do like these editions. I really enjoy all those mini tutorials because they just are so compact, but you just try the best scenarios, and then you think of how I could use this in even the previous stage that this was mind blowing. I really love this.
Nice, excellent. So I guess we can move on a little bit. So let's do a bit of a Q&A, shall we?
Sure.
So, let's start with Sergio. So, obviously, we've had a little bit of an introduction to Bat Boy. Is there anything you've maybe missed that we can actually kind of fill in viewers about him?
Well, Bat Boy basically has a very good heart. He has a lot of friends, and his friends will be in trouble in this game, so basically he jumps instantly to the any chance to help them. So yeah, the protagonist we have here is a pretty good guy, just always willing to help his friends.
Nice. So what kind of game is Bat Boy? We've seen a little bit from the trailer. We've got a little bit more about the gameplay. Is there anything else you'd like to maybe elaborate on about where it came from, or?
Yeah. So, Bad Boy is, as you can see, is a 2D scroller, kind of a retro game. But I would say that one big difference with other games in this style is how fast-paced it is. Like, it's really fast. Not only that, but there is a huge focus on mobility. So basically, every single skill you get in the game, even if they look just like offensive skills or defensive skills, they all give you a little bit of extra mobility. So there is a point in the game where you have enough skills to clear rooms in very, very different ways. And you don't need to be very good at video games or anything like that. It's not like there are so many skills and they are hard to use. Nothing like that. It's really easy. And it's really up to the player whether he wants to take things slow or just even abuse all the skills the game gives you you can even, if you are good at this type of game or a speedrunner or something like this, you can even clear some rooms without even touching the floor. So the game has a big focus on mobility, and of course there is a lot of combat, bosses encountered. The bosses are not very easy at first, so you might die a couple of times, but they are also not too hard. So I think the game offers a very good balance between mobility and combat and platforming in general.
So, actually, Sina, so what about the kind of the 8-bit design? Where do you think that came from?
Right. About the 8-bit art style, I think, so it was like maybe 2 years ago, 3 years ago when Sergio initially presented the idea. And from the get-go, we agreed on. We knew that this is going to be a retro style game. It had to be 8-bit. So about that, we knew. But when it comes to 8-bit, and there's something I always appreciate, which is the palette. Like you have this very small palette you have to protect as like religiously, and you have to like try to fit your ideas within it, and that's the interesting part. I really enjoy about 8-bits, and we use a palette. It's a popular palette that has been used in the older NES consoles. It's called Smooth FBX, and we kind of try to stick with it, but modify it slightly. So internally, I call it modern FBX, and that's the palette thing we have.
I think at some point, watching everybody work on the game, I'm like, wouldn't it be cool if you have this color, or could we change it this? And it's like, no, it's the smooth FBX. We don't
Blasphemy.
Yes, that's blasphemy. Exactly. That's what it is.
So, just talking obviously a bit of a boss fight here. Lots of kind of crazy stuff going on. What would you say, both of you, I guess, is your kind of like your favorite feature from the game so far?
Who would go first?
Who goes first? Well, let's go for number 3.
Okay, I'm sorry if you were going to say the same one. I love the bat spin. The bat spin is the skill we show at the very beginning of this video, the one where you throw the bat as if it was a boomerang and you can jump on top. Like, it is great. Like, it really opens the platforming to do a lot of tricky jumps and a lot of very cool things. I really like it. It can be used for offense, of course, but the mobility it provides, I just love it.
That's been a few.
I mean, although I do agree with them, and I love backspin as well, I think one of the other favorite skills I have is the deflect. Like, Batboy always swings to deflect the ball, right? And I, coming from a Dark Souls perspective, having to evade and just handle a lot of attacks coming from different angles, I really enjoy the back deflect ability.
Nice. About me.
Well, you have played that.
I played it. I played it a little bit more extensively than other people, I think, on the team. I'm doing a lot of play testing for it. I don't know if I can say, because like there's some like later abilities that I guess I don't respond.
Right.
Mine are more further in the game, but we don't need to get into it. But bat spin is pretty cool. I do like that you can throw it out ahead of you. As it's spinning, it also does deflect projectiles. Yeah. So it's a ranged deflection. I think that's such a cool, cool feature.
So cool, right?
Yeah. Bosses. We have mention of bosses. Oh, got some errors. Apologies.
Yeah, you're low on battery.
Okay,
right.
Low on battery. This cable back. Cool.
Sorry, guys.
This is solvable. So yes. Let's actually, as we've seen a lot of the gameplay, let's have a look at the bosses themselves. Yeah. So we had a couple of views of bosses there.
Yeah, so we show like the bosses in the trailer.
Yeah, very kind of quick flashes. Let's see some nice clean looking arts.
Right.
Bosses.
Okay,
so
there we go.
Who's this guy?
So, to give it a quick background, Batboy is like a vigilante, right? And he doesn't like fight alone. He has a team, and all his teammates are actually from his school, right? And they all represent a different type of sport. So the first boss, as you can see here, first friend or first boss in the story is Shinai Guy. And Shinai
I think,
means,
just to interrupt very quick, I think we should say that at one point the friends get brainwashed, and that's why you have to fight them.
right.
Yeah.
That's
Yes. He's not just picking fights. There are story reasons why you are confronting your friends.
correct.
Yes.
And Shinai Guy, Shinai meaning the weapon used in Kendo, right? That represents Kendo.
Of course. So lots of striking attacks.
Exactly. So all these abilities are kind of inspired by the actual sports, and this same concept goes for all these characters.
So, who's up?
And next we have, Star Twirl. She is the gymnast, right? The gymnast character, as you can see, she has the ribbon wand, the weapon. That's the weapon she uses. And again, if you play the demo, you probably come across this one too, and that will be again later on a helpful ability for Batman.
Yes, so he learns from his friends after kind of helping them out. And I played against her as well. She's quite nimble. As a gymnast, she is like the motion is there as well. It's like the traversal. It's not just the abilities, but how they're animated as well.
But next we have. I can talk about all the 8 other heroes. Yes, I mean there's Aquaria. She is the character that represents swimming.
Really?
She's a swimmer. Yeah.
Wow.
She's not flying. If you thought.
There are bubbles there. There are some telltale signs. Also, she has a very kind of cool helmet. Like,
I was inspired by like a squid.
Yeah.
Right, squid head character.
Very streamlined.
Yes. Warrior. Next, we have Mr. Blitzer.
Oh.
Yes, Mr. Blitzer is the American.
He does not look like He does not look like a school student.
Yeah, but I mean, you wouldn't know what's inside the suit, right?
Yeah, well, it could be like the 3 children in the trench coat kind of thing, right?
Could be 3 people. Who knows?
Yeah. So obviously his sport is
the American football.
Yeah, it's like power running.
Yeah, it's all dash and strength abilities.
Who's
Next
we have
Blazing Star.
Blazing Star.
She represents like track and field runner. Yeah, the marathon runner. So when it comes to fighting her, she's mostly about like speed.
Yeah, you can kind of tell speed because like those sprites right there. It's literally just like.
Yeah, and also the shape is kind of resembles a star.
Yeah. Nice. Next,
we have the Basketeer.
Basketeer.
Yeah, there are some resemblance between Basketeer and Blazing Star, and they come up for each other in the story. Basketeer is obviously basketball. Yes.
I could never do that. I could never quite hold a basketball with one hand.
I have tried basketball. I can't do it.
My sister could, but she has like weird chimp hands.
That's very good. I can't, and I don't.
Sorry, Joe.
How people?
I'm sure she's not watching. Next up.
Yes, the Racket Girl is another character, which represents the sport tennis.
Nice.
And the next one will be Captain A. Captain Ace is the real football.
Yes. Footy.
Yes.
The real one, yeah.
the actual football.
The other one was just hand egg.
Yes, so for those who don't know what football, the actual football is soccer. Yeah. I don't want to really talk about the story yet, so that's all your
sports, how they look. It's very beautiful character art.
Yeah, I think that's it. If I'm not wrong.
So yeah, actually, I think it's time. I think we should actually check out the Kickstarter because we're actually live now.
Yeah,
Exciting stuff. I need to look
the campaign is live.
Apologies
Don't have heard.
if I unplug the battery. I'm trying not to. Let's see if we can do this very, very carefully. Pause this, switch this, refresh this, and
Oh, congratulations!
congratulations! Yeah, we already have pledged $33.
Thank you.
Yay! Thank you, whoever that is. We love you. Money is coming in. We are edging towards our first goal of 25,000.
Thank you, 3 backers.
Whoa, for 77. Nice. Okay, so let's have a look at the page itself. It's all very pretty. So we have the nice sharp-looking boy logo.
Oh, yeah, by the way, I had to rework the previous logo. Then this.
Yeah. Oh, so edgy. In voice on my.
I was not happy with what I did.
So about the game. So we got some nice kind of pixel art. We've got character introductions, kind of where it comes from, a little bit about the story itself. Platform, very big important part.
Oh, right, yes.
We have all of the consoles. It's going to be Steam initially, or are we trying to use everything as soon as possible?
It's,
Yeah, well, obviously they're all coming out for all these platforms. So we have Steam, Switch, PS5, Xbox One, and the Series X and S. Languages. Obviously, we're based in Japan, so we do cover Japanese, as well as English, kind of like bilingual areas first, and then we have French, German, Spanish. We have our stretch goals in this really beautiful stretch goal.
yeah, shout out to Joe, Hexmo.
Yeah, Joe.
Helped with designing the decorations for our Kickstarter page.
Yeah, so
Talking about the stretch goals, yes, the stretch goals are actually shown as a baseball field, and they all kind of represent a goal, a certain like a level of stretch goal.
Yeah.
Tier.
So first we go get around to the first base, second base, third base, and around.
Yeah, and that's the diamond, and every corner is a stretch goal.
Mhm.
So as we hit this certain stretch goal, Garo will be going around.
Uh-huh.
Once a whole round is finished, we will unlock a second league, and with each league, obviously the stretch goals are going to be bigger, and also the
Kind of
image of
teasing the next one. Yeah.
yeah.
So these are our stretch goals. So at $26,000 or roughly there, we have project funded, and we have an in-game music player. We have the skins, boss rush mode, question mark,
Question marks.
and also this is
Yes.
where we have the next field will unlock and appear up here.
Yes, yes. And that kind of means we have 12 stretch goals for now, set, but as a tease, we even have more. There are Hidden Realm leagues.
Oh,
Yes.
stuff. Excellent. So yeah, we have our stretch goals. Obviously, we have our socials, so make sure to follow those, check those out. Press kits, we have some assets there for everybody, especially journalists or any streamers, influencers want to cover. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter. You can join us on our Discord to check out the gameplay trailer, the Kickstarter trailer on YouTube. And of course, and the demo on Steam. What's we got here? Kind of story
Yeah,
background.
kind of the introduction of the story. That's where we, I think, we talk about the properties like it, the villain,
Yeah.
and his schedule,
And a little bit about the world.
the world. Yeah, that's actually these are really what Sergio has names like
Yeah.
Stratus is the
So, can you tell us a little bit about the world that Bad Boy set in, Sergio?
Yep. So Stratos is like you say, it's a different world that also has magical properties. So the cool thing about that is the moment Bad Boy and his friends are kind of teletransported to this world. Not teletransported, you will see in the story, but they move to this world. Their powers actually get even more powerful. And you will see that during the game because you will say like, okay, normal humans should not be able to do that. Well, that has to do with Stratos and how that it increases your power levels.
What about this place we have the first up here? Grassy Plains.
Yeah, so we're going to see
can
from
talk
Grassy
about
Plains.
that.
Moving forward, there are a lot of contrasts in this place, and you see Grassy Plains. It's a place where there is like a big hole on the bottom. Like most of the water never reaches the plants and the trees, so they are kind of like it's like an eternal autumn kind of season. So yeah.
I remember when working on this, Sergio and I was thinking about like the concept of the game is funny because it came right before the Olympics in Tokyo Olympics before it starts, and we were thinking, I mean that's even like previous like before Corona hit, right? Yeah, we were. I was thinking maybe we can kind of connect between the sport kind of like old like ancient Greek stuff.
Yeah, we have that statue is kind of.
It is.
It's an asshole statue there.
It is, and there's like Lord Vicious's goal and his kind of obsession with his own Olympics, right? So I thought that would be a really cool beginning for the story.
Yeah. So we have Grassy Plains. Next up, we have Frozen Peak. Yeah, this one is probably one of my favorite levels. Actually.
It is. That's mine too. I do really.
I love snow. I love snow at night, and I love kind of like rural Japanese towns. So this checks all the boxes. Very much a kind of.
It was also another challenge in design to have like a snowy night.
Right. Yeah.
Theme. Right.
And you got that color palette from just sort of limited.
And then exactly, and it turned out really good.
Yeah. So lots of purples. Night kind of assume is kind of like blacks and grays, but then they kind of give it a kind of a nice twilight. Obviously, it's kind of lighting in the houses. We have Windy Forest. Yeah. So you can tell me a little bit about Windy Forest?
So Windy Forest is a very strange place. Laws of physics not always apply here. So you will end up just running in one direction and ending in the same place you started from. So that's for once. And another thing is like the name implies there are very strong winds. So you have to be careful because you can be pushed left and right. Yeah.
Again, that's one of those places I feel a lot of contrast, like with wind and forest. Like usually don't imagine forest being so windy, but that I do like.
So the first two are actually available in the first demo. Yeah. The Windy Forest is going to be included in the Kickstarter demo that's now available. And one other thing that's also very available and is very, very cool is the Groovy House.
Yes.
Yeah.
And as you can see, there's a bartender, which we call...
The bartender is...
We don't call the barman, we call him the boarman.
The boarman.
He is preparing the bar.
I can't really see his face, but there is a reason it's called Boarman, and we'll see more about him shortly.
Like right now, he's just cleaning up.
So this isn't a typical level. So what's special about Groovy House?
So this is basically a hub in the game where you can just it's a safe haven kind of place where you can just relax doing something, talk with your friends because all the friends you help will end up here just relaxing with you, hanging out. So that's a very cool place to just hang out with your friends and learn new things.
Nice. Yeah, and we're planning on expanding. This one could be this is basically what we are showing you the Kickstarter, right? And if we want to expand on it, we want to have more abilities or skills like that you can earn or gain from it.
There's to kind of put it in a kind of little kind of like nugget, I guess, is the Groovy House. There's going to be a lot going on there. There's a lot of features that will kind of come from Groovy House. And a lot of kind of player involvement in the place as well, I think.
Right. It's funny that I just remember it reminds me of the round table at Eldarin, right?
Yeah, well,
It's
very more, sir. But yes, Round Table, it's where all of your heroes kind of like converge and meet up. Let's move on to characters. So we've got some very cool art here of the titular character, Bad Boy. Yeah.
Yes.
You can't quite tell how cool he looks when he's like this little size here, but
yeah. And that
clean art.
that's again, I mean, Tico did a really great job with capturing what I always imagine.
Yeah, it's always amazing when you get to like work with an artist that kind of plucks the character out of your head. So yes, that's Bad Boy, the hero of the story. We also kind of were teasing our fellow friendly, sometimes rude sidekick, Garrow. Yeah, he's going to be hanging with you for the rest of the game.
He's a talking crow. Nothing special about it.
Nothing special about him, just a talking crow. And boy, just he's talented. Yeah, obviously he's very disproportionate, but that's what makes him so.
He's my favorite character. Honestly, it's my favorite.
Yeah, there's a lot of love that went into Garrow, I think.
Yeah.
Here we have Azarus looking very badass with his spiky hair and his cloaks.
And that's as when the character just
it's not a bat, but a club of iron. Yes, this is the first boss you encounter in the demo and the full game, of course. And then we have the big small man himself.
Yeah, Lord Vicious.
Lord Vicious.
I think this could be the first time you're actually showing it.
Yeah, we kind of teased him in the kiosk.
And also right. And
this is Lord Vicious.
Just to talk a little bit about this character, Lord Vicious can travel through dimensions and worlds. So what he does during his day is just go to different worlds and kidnap people because he's organizing the Dark Olympics. So basically, he's just looking for good, like a sportsman, just to make a big game and from it, and just for his own enjoyment. So yeah, he's the buddy.
Yeah, I like how he calls his own Olympics like Dark Olympics.
I think I wrote some of the description here. I'm quite pleased by the fact that his helmet is an overcompensation for his height. He's a bit of a short guy, but he's got a very big helmet, and I just thought, he's trying to make up for it. Yeah, and then we have just kind of a general overlook of just a very, very few of the enemies. There's going to be a lot more.
Yeah, we have a lot of enemies in place.
Who's this?
Pigsy.
So Pixie is the most basic enemy you will find in Stratos, and basically is kind of like the base henchman, like the very basic enemy. Lord Vicious is going to throw at you.
Yeah. So this Pixie, he's got a spear, but they do start to mix it up a little bit.
These pigs are, I imagine them as like the inhabitants of Stratos. Like there's a lot of them, and they all are kind of brainwashed by Lord Vicious. They kind of cute, silly, full characters.
Yeah, you'll see a lot of them. They're not very serious, especially when you see them in their like
they're very cute.
Surprise and like defeated animation. There's a lot of just fumbling around. So yeah, we've got pixies, but there's all different kinds. You've even got some baseball pixies, pitchers and catchers.
Yes, they do interact with each other.
Pitchers and catchers. Pitchers, I guess.
You better.
Pitcher kid pixie, sorry. So they like their own sports as well. So yeah, they're kind of obsessed.
Lots of pixies in the game, and they all have these different sport mechanics.
Yeah.
So you will encounter in each stage. You will encounter a lot of more enemies. They could be pixies or other characters, but we definitely have a lot of variations of just pixies.
So here's one of the first kind of alternate enemies other than pixies we have. Rooty.
Yeah.
He's
I think what was the inspiration behind this character? I know it comes in the level like the forest, the wind of the forest.
So So the inspiration for this character, like thematically, you will find it in Windy Forest. We already discussed. You will see, of course, it makes sense that all the enemies you find in the game are somewhat related to the area you find them in. So it makes sense for this to be in Windy Forest. But from the gameplay perspective, it's also a very useful enemy because it will help you training your deflection skills, kind of like stop projectiles with your bat. So in that sense, it also makes sense it appears this early in the game.
So I think we'll move a little bit more through this page, a little bit quicker pace. Everybody can see it now. It's live, so peruse at your leisure. Obviously, we've got a few stages, a few little demonstrations of abilities. Obviously, a quick little brief idea of how the tutorials work.
And this is also one of the new abilities. I think there are two abilities that are actually presented first time to the public in the Kickstarter, because last time in previous demo you didn't get a chance to try the ability, the slash bash ability, right?
Okay, so we have color palettes. Obviously, that's the smooth FBX Steve was talking about. We have audio. So we have an excellent composer by the name of Evader Music. Very, very talented composer. We have a couple of samples of soundtracks. It's going to be a banging soundtrack.
It is. It is. Whatever he makes, I think he uses magic. Dark magic.
Oh, yeah. He was also the composer for our first game, Smelter, as well as Sergio's first game, Super Samurai. So make sure to check out both of those. And then we get down to who we are. We're X Plus, Meet Cena, as well as the other members of our team that are here.
Yeah, a brief description of what X Plus is. X Plus is a company who was formed in Osaka, Japan, and initially it started as a fashion company, surprisingly, and then it moved on to making toys and action figures, and they make a lot of.
We will get to that in just a second.
And now we are a small team within X Plus.
And of course, we have Sonzai Games, which is Sergio Mata himself. Yeah. Obviously, we have a description, but if you want to fill us in a little bit about yourself, Sergio.
Very young company, not a lot to read, but yeah.
Okay, very, very young company. Doing good work.
Big dreams. Yeah.
Big dreams. So obviously we have freelancers as well, working tirelessly, really hard. All excellent team members. Very, very proud of what they did with the game itself. Again, we have Damien Maloney, aka Evader Music, the composer. You can hear his songs. John Orsi, sound designer. So all of the mechanical sounds and all the smacks and the explosions.
Without even hard, the game won't finish.
We have Heck Mode, sprite artist, very talented artist. If you see anything animating, that's pretty much it. No, he's the artist.
He's one of
yes. I have two sprite artists, and of course you have Xavier, I was saying the French version, and then we have Chico, the animator and the character artist for all of our character designs. And of course, credit to Debbie and her fiance Sebastian for the animated intro to our trailer. Super talented people, very cool people. I met Debbie a few years ago at Bit Summit, a game event here, and kind of kept in touch. And, very proud of the work. Thank you, Debbie.
Thank you, and I wish to work with you again.
Yes, absolutely. So, reward, the exciting part, the very exciting part. We have just very quick little baseball bat keychain. It's not to scale. It's like this big.
Yes, that's like an actual battery.
You can actually beat some with that, but it is just a quick little keychain. We have phone finger, of course. Number one. Yeah, let's find it in one day. Yeah, that's one of us. Oh, before we get into the board, I should actually mention the Yeti, tremendous company. they're the ones that are creating our rewards for us. They're also providing reward fulfillment for our Kickstarter project. A super great team, highly talented. Stuff they're coming up with is fantastic.
They have worked with a lot.
Yeah. Most notably, I keep forgetting. Sorry, help me out. What's the event?
Oh, AGDQ, yeah.
Yes.
Also Games Done Quick. Yeah.
Yes. So they're a massive supporter of the event, and they do some amazing work on their T-shirt designs and just merchandise for gaming IP. Tremendous people working really hard. Super happy to be working with them. So give them some love as well. So a lot of these, yes, the Yeti. This is our enamel pin, just to kind of give some of the physical rewards. Very cool pose like that boy. We've got original soundtracks, both in digital and CD form. A brilliantly designed T-shirt by Mikoto, one of the staff designers of the Yeti. It's a very, very cool, dynamic T-shirt.
Yes, I love the art she makes.
So good. Got some stickers. Again, kind of Chico's designs.
They are, yes. And they're going to kind of expand.
Yes, it's not just two. We're going to have a whole host of them, and they will be kind of upgradable as we go into like our social goals and stuff like that. Instruction booklets. There will be cool stuff in there. That's also expandable. It's very kind of, it's the NES size, but we can add features to that as the campaign goes along. Trading cards. These are a cool idea.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, can't have baseball without.
They sort of like these like treats of the characters as like kind of more connected with the original trading card, baseball trading card concept. Like, yeah, all these characters in the game, we hope to expand them.
Yeah, so these will be upgradable to like go up in increments as well, featuring all of the characters from the game. Can have a baseball game without a baseball cap, right? So yeah, very cool. These are going to be hand stitched, embroidered, just embroidered by the Yeti as well. These are all coming from the Yeti, including their secret stage acrylic standees. This is the Yeti's own design. They're helping us kind of put these together. Nice little kind of desk ornament, right. I guess. We've got our vinyls. So for any collectors out there, we will do vinyl versions of the soundtrack again, upgradable from single to maybe colored disc and double vinyl.
Yeah, this is one of those tasty.
Oh, yes, the big ones, yeah. And one of the higher rewards is we have the Bat Boy baseball jersey. So
it comes with the backer number.
It does come with the backer number. It also, this is, it's still a work in progress. With the features will change. We'll have some kind of logos from the game on there as well. They're kind of like spiky kind of fireball thing on there. And of course, you can see a sneak peek of the painted one. We have, for the tier just below the final one, we have unpainted Bat Boy models. This is what it will look like roughly. Again, details are subject to change.
These are in limited numbers.
Limited number, yes. So these are the more exclusive ones. And then obviously we have the painted one, but which you can see right here. This dude. So this is going to be for one of the highest tiers we have for the campaign. These things are super cool. They're actually designed in-house.
Yes,
the company makes like models and kind of like plastic model kits professionally. So this kind of came from us, printed here and painted here. Yeah. So obviously it's limited to just one painted model. The rest will be unpainted.
It's currently limited to one.
We could expand. Yeah. Obviously we've got some color palette changes.
In the backers,
Kickstarter color swaps for Bat Boy, and we also have. Well, I love that painting. We also have some very cool kind of illustrations of what we can expect for your involvement in the project. So we have limited digital rewards, design an in-game buff. So the Groovy House, I mentioned has stuff there, but
Yeah, the Groovy House. So as we talked before, the board man will start preparing his own drinks and potions, right? And you could be involved in designing those potions, which provide a new ability or a new change in maybe visuals to the game. Uh, or that way, you would be helping us with designing them or naming them. With us, yeah. And I mean, the process would be probably whoever has sort of like been pledging for this tier, we will contact them and work with them closely and have multiple calls together.
Yeah, a couple of meetings probably.
Yep. So that's design an in-game buff. We also have your portrait in-game. So
again, the portrait is a similar concept, but again, this does not have to be your personal picture. It could be you as a pixie or you as your superhero forward. Yeah, and you would be kind of part of the history of Stratus.
Yeah.
Right? And
so these are also limited.
Just to expand a little bit on that, you will be able to see where the portrait is going to be displayed if you play the demo.
Yes.
Kind of explore around a little.
If you explore, you might miss it, but
also we have these
and yes.
Here, lovely. Cool. And then we have design a unique Pigsy NPC.
Yes, you will help us design your own, like with your own description, a Pigsy, in the game that will have a dialogue or an interaction with the player. Again, you could be part of the game development.
Part of the game development and part of the game.
Part of the game
as a character. And then for the final ultimate reward tier, we do of course have, well, I should also mention the ultimate tier has all these designs.
Yeah.
You could have all of these things. But of course the big one is design a boss. So we're not limited to what we have currently in the final build of the game. You can add your own. Again, limited to one for now, maybe.
Right.
But yes.
Again, currently limited to one, and designing a boss is. I have heard stories of like maybe in the AAA games it takes weeks or months to just design one boss. So it's difficult. Probably we would have to work with them for a period of time, long time, and have your own design, your own actions in the game together will work, and that's one of the very exciting goals. I think
it's one of the biggest, big ones. Obviously, we have why Kickstarter. The project started out quite small, and we wanted to just really like build on it, and kind of it's our ideas for the game, I guess, just got more expensive and more exciting as we go on.
We have a lot of ideas, and we always feel pity them not to go to the game, right? And you always want to have, okay, we want some of this would fit this, but all this needs a lot of resources, a lot of time. And to get that, I think that's why basically any project needs funding, and you're not an exception. That's why Kickstarter is a great opportunity for us to work together and make those ideas and dreams come true.
Dreams come true. And I think just from the Kickstarter, the one thing I'm excited about is also, as like the PR and marketing guy, just like the engagement with the community, you guys, and just having like a great amount of like just. I like merchandise. I like stuff.
That's true.
So there's a lot of really cool stuff that we have. I wish we would like sharing the excitement that we have for the game project. through the Kickstarters.
It's a great opportunity if you don't necessarily need to be a backer. You can communicate via the Kickstarter, or this is again a chance for you to know about us and join the Discord, play the demo, talk with us, and give your feedback about the game. Every feedback is valuable in my experience, and we want to know what you want to see in the game and what you expect of the game, so we can just keep improving.
Yeah. Of course, we have to, for visibility's sake, our funding breakdown, this is what we can expect. Yeah. Acquisition fees. Rewards, customer rewards, and development costs, yes. And of course, the Yeti will be providing fulfillment and checkout with their proprietary systems as well. Keep that in mind. We'll explain a little bit now on how that system works.
Yeah, since Corona, we have issues with shipping. That's just a global thing. I think everyone would understand and knows now about it. But now the future seems to be brighter.
Yeah,
and I hope we can get over those issues.
Yeah.
And
so obviously
run into
risks and challenges. There will be risks. Game development is a thing that
game development is the risk. I mean, there's that you cannot deny. Is developing a game, you will definitely anything you change, anything every time we even slightly changed or added to the game or removed definitely causes an issue. It's now it's to the point that okay, this will not work the first or the second time. You need testing and it requires time and a lot of nerve to handle those. And yes, it is a big risk, but we are
dealing.
Yes, it is. It is part of the deal. But we want to make it happen, and a lot of great other developers have proven that it's possible.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So just going through the page, I want to see what a number is. I'm too scared to look.
I'm curious about
should we look at these?
Yeah.
Very quickly. So we have basic support.
The basic support. You could also supporter pledge.
Supporter pledge
It comes with the digital.
It's the same one more or less.
Which
without a reward, okay. And then we have our support. I guess some more papers there. We have our digital copy, early birds who can't get a discount here. Our regular digital copy. We have our soundtracks and game. We have the little slugger. This comes with the keychain you saw as well as the.
I think this is from where you get this start to get done.
Yeah, so we just got to get the physical rewards. And we've got a minor league that comes with keychains, color swaps, the foam finger, and an enamel pin you saw earlier on. A little bit higher, we have the big league, digital OST, baseball keychain, T-shirt. Yeah, the excellent T-shirt by Mikoto. Thank you for the credits, Discord access, and a partridge in a pear tree. Team X Plus, this is us. Exclusive Bad Boy Kickstarter Color Swap. We have T-shirt, the original soundtrack CD. Yeah, digital instructions as well. We have the cheering section. Is T-shirt, thank you for the credits. Sticker set, foam finger trading cards as well.
We have instruction booklet and trading cards added to this.
So that's the physical instruction booklet as well. So that's hard copy.
Here's what we add.
Season tickets. We have the sticker set, foam finger, enamel pin, Seeker Strains, acrylic standee, and baseball cards. I think the season ticket. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, that's about right. Yeah. And then we have box seats. So again, this is for the vinyl collectors out there. This is where the vinyl records start for the soundtracks. So that if you're an avid collector, this is where you can actually look at.
We need to add to that.
Of course.
We have, I think Kickstarter has improved their system. Now, if you want a specific reward, you can add that to your pledge as an add-on.
So if you want the vinyl, you don't necessarily have to back this one. You can get additional rewards from different tiers and kind of mix and match as you like. We have opening pitch. Stickers are trading card. The baseball jersey, that beautiful baseball jersey. Perfect for summer. I hope we get it still in summer. It can go over a t-shirt in the winter, I suppose, or autumn. We have our VIP. So obviously some of these also have multiple copies of the game as well. So digital for PC as well as the platform of your choice. If you want to gift it to a friend or have it for another platform. This is where we have the unpainted Batboy statue as well as everything else. Create an NPC. So there are multiples at this price point. But this is where you can say, I want to be a pixie in game, or the next one is I want to design the in-game buff, or I want to have a portrait in the game. The very VIP, I came up with that one. I was quite proud.
It was creative.
Yes, thank you. We have your portrait, unique pixie, in-game buff, unpainted Batboy statue, and the baseball jersey. That's a mega pack. But there's more. The final one is all of that. Your portrait, unique pixie, in-game buff, baseball jersey, painted X Plus statue, Batboy statue from X Plus, design the boss. That's everything.
Yeah, that's basically the final.
Not including the kitchen sink. Close. And yeah, I'm gonna quick peek. Final count. Not final count.
200.
Yay! It's so exciting. And yeah, so that I think is all we have for today. Thank you everybody for joining this stream. We've had a lot of fun kind of talking, explaining what's going on. I really hope everybody checks out the Kickstarter page. Please tell your friends, tell your family, tell your pets. Spread the word. Let's get it out there. And I hope you enjoy what we have to show. Sina, closing comments of this.
Right. So we have been working on this project for about 2 years now, and developing a game is a lot of work. We have been working very hard, and we have a lot of ideas. So again, like I said, Kickstarter is a great opportunity for us to work with you together and to get the funding required to be able to implement all of these ideas into the game. So we really appreciate if you at least play the demo and give us feedback and support us on Kickstarter. And hopefully we will succeed to deliver the best ideal game that we have in our head to your platforms.
Yeah. What about you, Sergio?
Well, more or less the same as Sina. Whether you support us economically or not, I really want to encourage everyone who has interest on this type of game to just download the demo, play it for us. It's a pretty good vertical slice of what the game is all about. So we would really, really appreciate all the feedback we can get. So please go ahead. We have been working on this for a long time. So we are really looking forward to see what you guys think about it, and even improve it based on your feedback. Not just the game, but also the campaign itself. Anything you have to say, your opinion is important. So we are looking forward to hear about it.
I would ask people to follow us, and because there's going to be a lot of updates. We will stay on our guards and keep pushing. There is a lot that has not been revealed just at the start of the campaign. There are going to be more characters.
Lots of fun stretch goals coming up as well.
And then we can also share our ideas. What's really going to happen? What we want to add. like these details will be coming up as updates. So make sure to follow us either on Twitter, the Kickstarter page, or communicate with us on
Discord as well, Facebook, yeah. I guess I've mentioned already, but yeah, I really hope everybody joins in on the Kickstarter. We're very excited to see where this goes, where we can take the game. And we just want to, everybody to try it out, enjoy it as much as they can, and support us on this journey.
True.
Yeah.
Yes, we all want to basically enjoy.
Yeah, of course, enjoy.
Enjoy the game.
Okay, so that's it. I think that's it for today. Again, thank you for joining. Everybody, thank you who's tuned in. Thank you, everybody who's worked with us and is continuing to work with us on the project. Yes, hoping we can hit that funding.
Yeah, thank you, viewers, and thank you for having us here.
Yeah, thank you, Serial.
Oh, thank you very much.
All right.
My pleasure.
Okay, take care, everybody.
Okay, bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.